another Elite Dangerous video. It's New Year's Eve and I'm playing Elite Dangerous. Yeah, I really know how to live. Now, I am in Mounds Research Base, which is in the HIP 18077 system. And well, some of you I'm sure are already aware about something that has emerged around here, but for those of you who aren't, we're going to take a look at them. Now, before I reveal whereabouts this system actually is, although you are about to get quite a visual clue, because there is a nebula that is pretty close by. We're going to head straight to where these new things are, and they are not that far away. In fact, I can't travel, or I don't need to travel too far, and I'm still in the no firing zone of this base here when we actually get to the place we need to go. First thing I need to do is get my bearings. I've gone in completely the wrong direction. I don't think they're around this way. There they are. You can already see them. Those aren't just like regular rocks that you see normally on any planet's surface. So we won't even, oh yeah, we'll retract the landing gear so we can just get there quicker. These things, there's quite a number of them. So we'll land the furthest side. And we'll take the old SRV out. So it came down a bit hard there. Oh well. In fact, I've landed right on top of one. Don't really want to do that. Let's get a bit further away. That's better. Right, jump in the old jalopy and away we go. As you can see on the scanner, I am getting a massive amount of readings, and they're not coming from the base, even though the base is quite close. It's from all these things, as I can prove by doing this, turning completely away from the base, and yet I'm still seeing a lot of readings. And then we get things like this yeah, that's seed pod anyway. Now, if I shoot it, I will get a fine because I'm still in the no fire zone, but all it does is drop materials. Mind you, I didn't see this one, this cordyceps growth, yesterday. So fuck it, let's try it with this just to see what we get. And again, it's just more material, fucking sulfur, really not valuable at all. So what are these things that look like giant space pumpkins? And I believe that is what people are referring to them as. So we now have this phloem excretion. No point shooting at it, I say. All they do is give you materials, but they're nothing particularly rare. I think that's the same. No, it's not the same cordyceps growth I shot at. It's the one I saw earlier. Well, obviously the first thing people thought was Thargoid related. And okay, it's possible. It could also be something to do with a completely different race. I thought that it could be related to the Guardians. The Guardians are a much older race than the Thargoids, because the Guardians did create the Thargoids. Didn't do a particularly good job of it because the Thargoids just rebelled against them. And I'm also thinking that the two Thargoid factions is a bit of a misnomer, and it is actually Thargoids and Guardians. I think the Guardians are the ones who basically ignore you, have no hostilities towards any of us, and the Thargoids are the actual ones who open fire as soon as they see you. And well, as the large nebula in the background there will suggest, clearly this is not actually in what is considered Thargoid territory, which is the Pleiades Nebula. That is the California Nebula. We're very close to that. And I have a feeling these things are related somehow to either Thargoids or Guardians, and that this system, or this region, the California Nebula, could soon be the site of a lot more Thargoid activity, or Guardian activity. Because of course we do still have a couple of ships that we know, or a couple of Thargoid types that we know are coming. Much larger Thargoid types. We know we've got the Hive ship coming, and we know there is a mothership coming. And if the Thargoids have understandably taken the point of view that the Pleiades Nebula is basically the front line at the moment, those larger ships could be held back in this area, in the California Nebula region. And whether it's because they are there for their own protection, although so far the evidence suggests that Thargoid ships do not really need protection from any of us, or whether they are here because they are simply not needed yet, I don't know. No one does. It's all supposition. But then you get to the question of, what is this base doing here? It does seem awfully coincidental that a research base is right next to all these sort of growths. And the research base itself is an alliance base, which might explain why there wasn't really much in the way of a public announcement on Galnet about it, because of course the Alliance has a non-aggression pact with the Thargoids, which does of course make you wonder why did they then develop the Type 9. But anyway, so it could mean then that the Alliance has chosen to deliberately withhold details of, well, the existence of this place.
Landing committed. Clear to land on pad 05.
And of course, if they have chosen to not reveal anything about, well, the existence of this base and what it's doing, what its purpose is, then they certainly don't have any reason to make public the results of the research they're doing here, which I can only assume is research into whatever those growths are. But yeah, I found out about this place through word of mouth. So I jumped into the ISB number wing, which is my Asp Explorer here, and headed out here. Well, at least I did eventually. There were a few other things I was doing. I'm not used to landing on planet surfaces in small ships. But anyway, yes, I came here and decided to check it out. I don't know why I did that. It's that I want. I'll pay me fine. So if we have a look at the galaxy map, this is where we are, HIP 1877, and that is where the California Nebula is. So we're not actually in the nebula, and I try and find Pleiades Nebula. Surely that's not it. Surely I haven't gone so far away that I've gone, you know, right past the fucking thing. Well, I know California Nebula is quite a way, you know, further than what do you call it? The Pleiades Nebula. Let's sort my fucking galaxy map out. Here we go. It looks like the old distance thing is fucked up again. Nothing's coming up unless you're actually able to mouse over it. Fuck's sake. So, well, I can't see where Pleiades Nebula is now. I can't even see the region marked on the map anywhere. Okay, let's check it here. Okay, well there's Professor Palin, so well, I'm 570 away from there. So there is Maya. And that's where I am, so yeah, actually I am quite a way past it. And that's where we are. So I think it is entirely possible that the yes, the rest of the Thargoids are actually in the California Nebula, and that sooner rather than later this is going to be where things really kick off. Anyway, while I'm here, I haven't shown my stats for a little while. So my balance is back up to 1,163,185,128. So I've been making up for the having shelled out for my anti-Thargoid ship. So current assets are at 2.8 billion. Credit spent on ships is at 1.5 billion. Credit spent on outfitting is just shy of 11 billion. On repairs, 38.4 million. On fuel, 2.3. On munitions, just shy of 2.6. And insurance claims have gone up because I decided to use the Type 10 to take a tissue sample from a Thargoid. It took me 3 attempts. The first attempt was a dismal failure because the Thargoid just buggered off with my limpets to attach to it. The second one was even more of a dismal failure, thanks largely to me having not what you would call a great idea. I decided to try and take a tissue sample from a Thargoid Medusa, who promptly got pissed off and blew the fuck out of my Type 10. So there we go, insurance claim 13, thank you very much. And the third attempt though actually worked. That was against the Thargoid Basilisk. So I got a tissue sample and then promptly sold it because as soon as I hyperspace to the next system, that hyperspace jump was interdicted, and there were 2 Thargoids waiting for me, not just the one. And of course they scanned me. I completely mistimed using the that fucking anti-shutdown thing. So my ship got shut down, scanned me, found that I had the Thargoid tissue sample, so they went ballistic and were unleashed their Thargon swarms, but I managed to get away, just. So yeah, I won't be taking any more Thargoid tissue samples unless I need to, i.e. if I'm doing a mission for Professor Palin. Considering how well he pays for them, I'm definitely going to have another stab at it. I mean, he pays something in the region of 20 million for 4 of those tissue samples. I'm quite tempted to give that a try. So anyway, that's the insurance claims then, 13, so total claims cost 174.3 million. In combat, bounties claimed is up to 8,486, total profit of 254.4 million. Combat bonds 5,937, total profit of 125.6 million. Assassinations, I've done 269, profits of 50.1 million. Highest single reward 2,143,152 and 226 skimmers killed. Crime has gone up a bit, so 196 fines issued, total lifetime fines value is 4.5 million. Bounties 36, lifetime bounty value of 18,045, big fucking deal. Highest bounty is still 2,000. Smuggling, I haven't done any of that for ages, so that hasn't changed. Trading has. I finally reached one of my milestones, so trading profit has now reached 1 billion. Market network 357, commodities traded is just shy of 650,000, average profit 305,482, highest single transaction hasn't changed for fucking ages. I hope I never, in fact there's no hope, I know I will never buy commodities from one station with the intention of just selling them to another station. That is me absolutely finished with fucking trading. So the trading profit will still go up, but only because I sell, commodities that I'm paid for, or that I get, paid with when I'm doing mission. On mission boards, you know, it makes sense to somebody. Mining, profit from mining, actually mining hasn't changed, I haven't done any for fucking ages. Materials collected is now at 6,605. Exploration, I've been doing a little bit of that, to put it mildly. So systems visited is at 14,802. Profits at another milestone. I've reached, or passed, $500 million in exploration profits. So they are at 505,205,134. Level 2 detail scans hasn't changed for ages. Level 3s are at 314,065. Highest payout hasn't changed for ages. Total height space distance then 483,291 light years. Total height space jumps to 24,308. Max distance from the start, that definitely isn't going to change anytime soon, or indeed ever. Approximate time played is grotesquely horrendous. SRV distance travelled 2.62 megameters. Passengers, the number of missions I've done is up to 129, thanks largely to me doing those rescue missions from the attacked docking stations. So refugees that I've moved is now up to 253, so that's really shot up. Search and rescue, total items rescued is now at 13, total profit is still pathetic. 35,176 and total transactions of 10. The encounters have changed. Thargoid imprint for ages was the only thing that I had there, with the 3 of those. But now I've had 4 encounters. That's when you're interdicted during the hyperspace jump. All 4 of those came after I got me Type 10. Before that, I only had 2. One, these were pre 2.4, so you didn't have the stats here. One of them was the very first time when I showed it in the video, then I had a second one later on, and then I didn't have any for ages, and now suddenly 4 come along at once. You can see the last ship I was in when I was interdicted was the Asp Explorer. That was on my way here, even at the time. So yes, the 31st of December at 4:14 in the morning, and it has the system where it happened. Now here's the bit I don't get. Number of interceptor Cyclops variants seen, 4. I thought that meant number of different type, you know, the actual different types of variants, of which so far there's only 3. So it looks like number of interceptor Cyclops variants is exactly the same thing as total encounters, so I don't know why it's doing that. Again, last seen is, and last time seen and last ship is exactly the same as it is under total encounters, so I wonder if that's actually working properly. Crafting, well, number of engineers isn't going to change unless they add some new ones. Number of upgrades generated is now at the 682. Grade 5 upgrades generated is now at 220, so I've done more grade 5s than I have grade 1s. So, yeah, I'll take that. Crew hasn't changed for fucking ages. Multi-crew is still all at 0, and it's going to stay at 0, so, you know, stop suggesting multi-crew. I'm not going to do it. If you remember, when I was looking at multi-crew while it was in beta, I just couldn't stop myself laughing at it. It is laughably shit. I have no interest in being a gunner on someone else's ship. I have no interest in having someone being a gunner on my ship. You know, if you want to do something, you know, in a region where I am, bring your own ship. Don't suggest, oh yeah, let's do multi-crew, where yours is the only ship that's going to be at risk. Oh, cheers. No, if you want to go to, you know, somewhere like, you know, the Pleiades region and take on Thargoids, you bring your ship as well. Doesn't matter what fucking Thargoid we're going up against. If there's only one ship, i.e. mine, it's probably not going to succeed, no matter how good a gunner you are. So, yeah, I'm not going to do multi-crew. Don't ask. CQC, that matters even less than fucking multi-crew does. So there you go, that's the stats. Wasn't that interesting? Now, this isn't the only what do you call it, alliance base out here. As you can see, there's another 1, 2, 3 all out here. Now clearly I've been to 2 of them, but there were no bases here when I arrived at those 2. I think that must have been when I was coming back from the you know, I didn't bother scanning that, which is absolutely, I mean, that's definitely a ammonia world. So it looks like I might have to pay a visit to this place. Oh, it looks like I fucking didn't scan anything apart from the water world. I didn't even scan the 2 fucking gas giants. Well, I'll definitely be coming back here. So I'll be checking out the other 3 the other 3 bases out here. Why the fuck is it taking so long to plot the route when it's one jump? What the fuck was that all about? Is that also the reason why I couldn't select anything, any system? If oh fuck it, this game is just doing my fucking head in. I'm also wondering what this Gordon class bulk cargo ship here is, because it doesn't come up as a mega ship. Oh, fuck it, it's right in orbit of where we are. Let's take a look.
Ship constraints disengaged. Make way for oncoming traffic.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
What fucking ship is the Beluga?
Perimeter. Safe travels, Commander.
Last.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's see what this thing is. Well, whoever it is, it's in it seems to be in a bad way. I don't like the look of terrorist leader. Especially when I'm here in just a fucking yeah, I'm only here in a fucking something that's not particularly well suited to combat. We'll see how they get on. Let's look at this. It would help if I didn't have the glaring fucking light from that what do you call it, from the blue-white star getting in the way. But this thing was clearly not attacked by Thargoids. This was attacked by these yeah, by these terrorist lot. Let's see what we get from this uplink. How close have we got to be? 200. That's one. Looks like that's the only one. Eagle. Well, I'm relatively sure I can take on an eagle. Especially now that it's been blown up. There's only one other terrorist ship in the area. So if we can get it so that he's the only one in the area, that would be quite handy. I'm taking a real chance here because I've only got really shitty class 3 shields.
Target destroyed.
300, is that it? Right, so now it's everyone going up against the terrorist leader. Let's see what we can do here. I can't believe I'm going into combat in this fucking... This is an exploration ship. That's all it's good for. That fucker's shields are almost up, he's gone. 900 for that, cool, that was fucking worth it. Alright, what do I get for doing that? Fuck all by the looks of it. Oh, anyway, so... Well, there you go, that's the bulk cargo ship then, which has been attacked by this lot. Right, let's bugger off to the next base then.
Frameshift drive charging.
Fucking hell. There's plenty here. Right, I'll be back when I've scanned as much as I can be bothered of this place. Right, well, I have scanned all of the planets. I'm not going to scan all of the moons, but I will scan this one because there is a planet-side base that I can land at. So we'll land there and see what's what. Now, I haven't been told anything about this place, so I suspect there isn't going to be very much here. I was surprised it's on the dark side.
Orbital flight engaged.
Whoa, coming in way too fucking fast. I got this approach badly fucked up. Now if I come in too steep, the glide will not enable, and then this will be right, bollocks that job. There we go, just about got that. I don't think we're going to see anything around here.
Lakon, Lima, Uniform, Kilo. Starcon here. This surface port is under Alliance control. Please submit a request before landing. Permission authorized. Make your way to landing pad 08. Conform to Alliance protocols. Reduce your speed, Commander.
Oh, shut up.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Contact. Clear to offload. Welcome back to Terra Firma, Commander.
Now, can I hand in my bounties? Yes, all 1,200 of them. Alright, so I can sell the one object I scanned in the previous system, so this system's worth 602,000. That's not bad. the water world here certainly helped. How much was that worth? 277,282. So it's not a terraforming candidate, but still 277,000 for one planet. That's okay. I didn't see anything of any interest on the approach here, so let's check out then this one. According to this, I've already been here. Again, taking that long to program one jump. 15 light years, that's all it is. Well, it looks like I scanned everything. What's the one on here? For the research laboratory, what's the gravitational this planet? 2.17. Yeah, that should be fun landing there. Well, if I've already scanned everything here, there's no point me going back to it, so alright. Well, this one, there we go. So that's how long it takes to plot one jump here. Something is really fucked up with this, with the servers. I've been getting a hell of a lot of fucking ridiculous slowdown as well. It seems weird that I only scanned pretty much one star, or one planet rather, and it's one that, I know I did also scan the water world. The one planet that has a base on it. So this is Mick Turner base. Now I have been told about this place. Oh, fucking what? I don't know why I set the course for it, because I want to scan the system before I land there. Anyway, alright, let's just go. Let's just have a quick scout around and see if there is any sign of any fields of giant space pumpkins anywhere around here. No, it doesn't look like it.
Landing gear retracted.
No, no giant space pumpkins in this place. Okay, let's piss off.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be anything worth checking out in or around the Mick Turner base either, but it is the name of a base that I was given, so well, you might as well take a look, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Can I jump yet? Yes, I can.
Frameshift drive charging.
As I said, I'm going to scan everything here, or as much as I can be bothered, before I head towards that
Fuel scooping complete.
base on the planet's surface. Oh, fuck it. That was a fucking smart one. So I'll be back when we are making our way towards it. Right, well, I was able to scan all of the planets without actually moving, which is always handy, and the planet that I want to head to is not this. This is the ammonia world that I'm scanning, or at least it's what I think is the ammonia world. Yep, it is. But the planet I want to go to is also right ahead of me. Now, it looks like there is going to be something there because there is something highlighted, Mick Turner Bark Mounds, and Bark Mounds is the name of these growths that I was told about. Now, I've also been told there are things called brain trees. The only brain tree I know is the town that I pass through every time I take the train to London. And something called a crystal tree, but apparently no one has actually found any crystal trees yet. But anyway, we'll have a look and see what this thing is. Now, of course, it's entirely possible that these things are just natural phenomena on these particular planets, and they could have absolutely fuck all to do with Thargoids and what have you. But, you know. Yeah, it's right on the outskirts of the Mick Turner base there. It's rather annoying that we are approaching it on fucking night again. I don't know why. Every fucking time I approach a planetside base, it's always night. It's always on the dark side of the planet I'm heading to, without fail. I mean, thankfully, because we're so close to the nebula, as you can see, we are getting a good amount of light anyway. So it's quite handy that these things are already highlighted. Although the fact that they are right next to the station here would suggest that they were not going to be difficult to find anyway. So what do they say about these? Right, well, there's certainly no shortage of them.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Alright, let's try and bring us down. I don't really want to be landing right in among them. Let's get ourselves sort of more to one side. There we go. Don't like the look of that landing area. Let's move over here. There we go, that's better. Yeah, smoother. Sort of. Alright, let's take a look at these things then.
Driver.
So that's, yeah, that's just the, again, I'm getting a huge amount of readings on the wave scanner here. And I can't select them or anything, so fuck knows what they are. So again, polyporous growth. So it looks like again they all have the same sort of growths attached to them that those giant space pumpkin things had. Which results in me, well, getting fines, but also getting, what do you call them, materials, not that I really need them. Well, there you go. So, I mean, there are some interesting things on the approach to the California Nebula. But fuck knows what they are. So, these bark growths here and things that look like giant space pumpkins. I say it's entirely possible that they are just, you know, fuck or nothing, just natural phenomena of these particular planets. The thing is, because that is so rare in this game, in fact, when I say rare, it's never happened before, it does of course make everyone think, well, no, it can't be just natural growth somewhere, it's got to have something to do with Thargoids or Guardians or whatever. I mean, face it, they look just like natural growths, but then I suppose in a way so did the barnacles, but now we know that they are keyed into Thargoids in some way or other. Anyway, let's go and land at the station. Seeing as it is right next to us.
Access granted. Preparing for arrival on landing pad 07.
actually be able to approach one of these in a small ship without overshooting.
Contact. Clear to offload.
That's not worth doing. So this system worth 899,795, despite the fact that I didn't scan everything, but that ammonia world certainly helped. The ammonia world was one of these, either 5 or 7. Anyway, at least I can sell this one. So that brings my exploration profits up to 505,808,189. There you go. So yeah, that'll do for this video. Now go away.